Hi and welcome back to another video. Well, it's almost time. I leave on the first leg of my trip tomorrow morning, or actually tomorrow roughly at midday. As you can see in the background, excuse the glare, but you can see the vehicle is pretty much packed. Just a few more things to add, but I'm almost done packing the vehicle. It's pretty heavy at the moment. So yeah, I thought I'd just give you a quick look at the vehicle. Not much has changed. I've done a little bit of branding on the vehicle, as you probably would have seen now. The channel name on the windscreen and things like that. But let me just take you on a quick tour. It's not going to be a long video. I just want to show you basically what the vehicle's going to look like in its packed form. Like I said, it's not quite finished pack yet. I'll show you in the back now. I've still got a few crates to come in the back, but yeah, it's basically ready to rock and roll. So I'm going to stop this one quickly and then change to the rear facing camera and just take you on a quick tour. Okay, as you can see there, I have branded the windscreen, channel name on the windscreen. Also on the sides I have the channel names, nothing too elaborate. I didn't want to make it too big and conspicuous. I don't want the vehicle to look like a bloody Christmas tree. So yeah, in the front everything still looks the same. Nothing has changed in the front. You can see I have my fire extinguisher there. But nothing much has changed in the front. I've still got to load up the cooler console with some cold drinks for tomorrow's trip down to Bloemfontein. Just a 4-hour trip to Bloemfontein from Joburg. You can see I've bought myself a little cell phone holder there on the dashboard. Actually works pretty well. Hold my cell phone for, you know, Google Maps, that kind of thing. Works bloody well. And it also got a Bluetooth connection to the radio, so I can make phone calls and that from it. In the back, it's starting to look a bit packed. Excuse the B box here. That is just a box that I need to take down to Port Elizabeth with me. My daughter's boyfriend he's aspiring bee farmer, and we had this box here for a little bit of planning and stuff like that. We want to do some mods, and yeah, so this has just got to go down to PE. That's not going with to Namibia, but as you can see, I have a box there with some tools in it, my one jack stand that I'm going to take with. I don't need two. I will use the jack for the other one if I need to. I'm lucky I have a genuine Toyota mechanical jack, so it doesn't have any hydraulic seals and stuff to burst. In a normal hydraulic jack, if a seal bursts, everything falls. These mechanical jacks with the gears in them, they don't fail. So that'll do as another stand. Obviously, if I do end up working on the vehicle standing on the jack, I will use the wheel that comes off that side to prop underneath the car in case something does happen and it doesn't crush me. But anyway, as you can see, there's my water bottle. This one is basically more for washing and that kind of stuff. Not really drinking water. This can has had some other stuff in it before, and I've for the last maybe 5 months I've been soaking it with detergents and chlorine and stuff like that to get it pretty clean, and I'm sure I could drink out of it. I probably will too, but it's not intended for that. My drinking water is in 5-litre bottles behind the seat. But as you can see, there's a tent there, and underneath that is some other stuff. And there's just one of the little bottles that I'm going to be using for water. As you can see, it's starting to look pretty busy at the back. The board is temporary board, as I said before, just a quick temporary board for this trip. The only 12-volt load that I'm going to be powering from the board for this trip is the fridge, and the inverter will power my laptop every now and again. When I get back, this whole board will be stripped. I've still got to get a smart pass unit for the CTEC. I want to put a smart pass unit. It's another intelligent device for the battery charging, and I want to build a much bigger board with a switch panel. I want to put exterior lights, one on each corner of the roof rack and things like that. So I'm building I've already got it, a switch panel with resettable breakers and everything else. And so yeah, I'm going to be building a very nice complete 12-volt panel for the back of this thing. I'm also going to, when I get a chance, I don't know when that will be, Won't be for this trip though. I will be building a nice steel, or not as thick as you see there, but a steel tubular frame for the cargo barrier. At the moment it's a bit wonky, it's a bit floppy. That is just a lagging that they use on aircon pipes or you know, hot water pipes on the outside of a building to keep them insulated. It's on here just to stop the cut edges of the grid damaging the upholstery or your hands. It's a little bit wonky, and as you can see, it's also attached to those grab handles with cable ties. That will be, when I get to PE, I'll be spending a little bit of time with my dad before I leave for Namibia, and the plan is he's got a whole workshop there with materials and everything else, and tools, machines. So I'm going to be manufacturing some little steel brackets to piggyback on the mounting screws of those handles and mount this grid a little bit more sturdy. So yeah, that's the back of it. Yeah, the normal, I showed you last time, all the normal stickers on the windows. Those are people that have supplied me with goods for the trip. Take note, I haven't been sponsored by anybody. I've paid for everything that I've got. I just thought it would be a good thing to give these people a little bit of free advertising. It holds my braai grid or barbecue griddle, as some people would call it in different countries. There's pouches there for all sorts, rubbish and dirty clothing, all that kind of stuff in there. When we get to the inside, you can see I bought one of these little extendable ladders. That's for the rooftop tent. I found that the rooftop tent standard ladder that came with it is only just long enough to reach the ground standing absolutely vertically. So it's almost useless to climb on, because you're almost climbing backwards into the tent. So I've gone and bought this thing. So the tent will actually stand on its normal ladder. It is just long enough for that, and then I will use this to climb in and out of the tent. I'm not going to attach it to the tent for now anyway, at least for this trip, because it's nice to be able to use the ladder for other things as well. But as you can see, I've got a brand new 72-litre Snowmaster fridge that will be keeping everything cold and chilled, especially the beers, for the Namibia trip. Yesterday I went and I bought some stuff, just some from one. We've got a very close to us here, we've got a very cheap place that they sell stuff that's near its sell-by date and that kind of thing, you know, very cheap. So I just went and browsed around and bought what I could there. I'm going to be doing my major grocery shopping in Port Elizabeth. I'm not going to fill up here and carry all that weight down. So this space you see in front here will be filled with another 3 or 4 of those crates, and they'll basically be empty for the trip down to PE, and I'll do my main grocery shopping in PE. But that is basically it for the vehicle right now. I'm going to be a sore point. I recently bought a 270-degree awning, one of these beautiful fan awnings that almost encircles the vehicle, but I don't have any brackets to mount it onto the roof rack, and I've been trying to get some made. I can't find any at the moment, so I've been trying to get some made, but all my friends who are able to make it for me have been so busy at the moment they just don't get to it. So I'm going to be chucking the awning on top of the tent and tying it down for the trip down to PE, and hopefully with a stroke of luck I'll be able to manufacture some brackets in PE. Otherwise the awning's going to have to stay behind, which is really a disappointment for me, because without it I don't have any extra shade. The only shade I will have is if I put up the tent, and then underneath the tent's floor, basically the piece that sticks out on the side, that'll be the only shade we have outside the vehicle, which I'm really disappointed about. But all is not lost. I'm going to be in PE for at least a week, so I might just be able to get something organized. Yeah, so that is it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like and share the video. Let's get as many people on this journey with me as possible. I have another, well, it's not a GoPro, but a very similar camera, action camera. My son is going to be operating that for the trip, and hopefully we can produce some decent videos. We're going to document the whole trip. I'm going to be taking footage every day, and probably uploading a video probably once every 2 or 3 days, depending on signal, of course. But yeah, the vehicle is ready. I'm ready, and I can't wait to get in the driver's seat and just head for the hills, as they say. So yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. The videos are probably going to be coming a lot more as soon as I get on the road. They'll be coming more frequently now as I progress. I'll keep you up to date.